Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we will be studying noun clauses. Yes, we will go on studying noun clauses. And I hope this video will be helpful to you, to those who want to learn English from the very beginning to the very end. So, as you know, we have been studying noun clauses as at an advanced level. Okay. And again, I hope that you will find practicing speaking noun clauses as easy as that you speak nouns. Okay. Now, the GIF, what does the GIF say? It says, let's make a video, for example. Let's make a video, or shall we make a video about what? About architecture school. Okay. Shall we make a video about architecture? Yes, let's. Or no, let's not. Okay, so this is trip 8. And as you see, there is subject and verb. This is the main clause. Okay. And if there is a connector at the beginning of a clause, it immediately becomes a subordinate clause, a dependent clause. So main clause is independent, but the subordinate clauses are independent. Okay, as you know, this is a famous knowledge, information. Okay, now these are specific and certain verbs that we can produce noun clauses after them or by using them. For example, Albert asked you, just like imagine, Albert asked you a question. So Albert, subject, asked, verb, you, object, and if you had made a video about architecture, so this if clause is again the second object. One of them is direct object, the other one is indirect object. As you know, there may be two objects after some certain verbs. Yeah, it's just like saying like this. Albert asked you a question. Albert asked you a question. Just as a question is a noun, this if clause is also a noun. Okay. Yes, well, Albert wanted to know, Albert wanted to know if, Albert acquired if, Albert discovered if, Albert learned if, Albert wanted to learn. Albert wanted to learn if you had made a video about architecture. But we can use them all, of course, with the other question words, but by using them as a connector. For example, what you learn. Albert asked you what you have learned. Asked you what you had learned, sorry. Or Albert asked you what you learned, what you had learned. Okay. Yes, let's talk about, for example, let's talk about what you are learning, what you learned, what you will learn in the future. Okay. Or let's talk about if you made a video about architecture. Let's talk about if you will make a video about architecture. Let's talk about if you are interested in making videos about architecture. Okay, number 2. Kerim wants to know the answer, for example, as a noun. Now, as a noun clause, Kerim wants to know whether we stay at a hotel in the next small town. 3. I wonder it. I wonder the festival. Yeah, I wonder the festival. Or I wonder if you are aware of the local festival in Bergamo. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? 5. Pervin doesn't seem to know whether her parents will let her go to school. Now, our heading is the noun clause beginning with question words. This is very, very practical. Even little children at the age of 3 or 4, they are able to make sentences starting with those question words, but as a connector. How? Like this. And you know them: where, when, why, who, whose, how, etc., etc. Let's focus on using them as a subject of a sentence. For example, question word with how. How they are able to sell things in good quality is the subject of a sentence. Okay? How they are able to sell, or how they will sell things in good quality is a secret. It is a secret. What is it? It is how they are able to sell things in good quality is a secret. Or a short subject, what the time is, not what is the time. Okay? What the time, what is the time is the question word. What the time is unknown. Yes, there are 2 is's here. What the time is unknown. It is unknown. What is it? It is this. What the time is. Okay, what the time is the subject of the sentence. What the time is unknown. Okay, now let's focus on the heading. It doesn't interest you. It doesn't concern you. Yeah, it is none of your business, something like this. Yes, it sounds a little bit impolite, but there are some situations in which we need to use that kind of expressions as well. Now, this is active. It doesn't interest you. It doesn't concern you. What does the image say? If it doesn't concern you, don't be concerned with it. Excellent. Very good. The first one is an active sentence, but the second one is a passive sentence. Moreover, it is imperative sentence. Don't be concerned with it. Okay. Yeah. If it doesn't interest you, in Turkish we say, eğer seni enterese etmezse. Okay. It doesn't interest you, o seni enterese etmez. In Turkish we say it like this. Okay. So the passive voice, don't be interested in it, don't be concerned with it. Okay. Now, Roman number 2, Ercan, who is coming with you? Who is coming with you? Ertan, it doesn't concern you, doesn't interest you. Simple present. Ercan, who are you going to see? It doesn't interest you, it doesn't concern you. Yes. Or the most common one is, it is none of your business. We should memorize it. Yes, it is none of your business. Or it is none of my business. It is none of her business. For example, why doesn't your son speak? Because it is none of his business. Okay. 1, who is coming with me doesn't interest you. Yeah, who is coming with me is the subject of the sentence, doesn't interest you. 2, who I am going to see doesn't concern you, doesn't interest you. What she's doing doesn't interest you. What she's doing right now doesn't concern you. Okay, life is a series of choices. Yeah, life is all about choices, options, preferences. Okay. And there is another thing. Let me try if I remember it or not. You are what you choose, or you are what you have chosen up to now. Our choices determines our personality, our identity. Our choices mostly determines our identity. Okay, for how much money they earn, how much money they earn is none of your business. So it is none of your business. That is none of your business. This is not none of your business. How much money they earn is none of your business. Please don't ask questions about how much money they earn, about how much money they earn. 5. What you can do includes a few choices or a few options. What you can do. Yes, it includes, non-includes. For example, the project. The project includes a few choices. Okay. How you can cultivate yourself consists of many ways. 7. What causes you feel unwell doesn't mean everything or doesn't mean the end of the world. Yes, this is a really good example. What causes you feel unwell doesn't mean the end of the world. So relax, calm down, and consider it again. Okay, or reconsider the situation. Okay, there are a lot of images and GIFs. Okay, let's read them. Let's read them one by one so that they will not distract our attention. On the contrary, they make us, on the contrary, let's read them so that they make us concentrate on our example sentences. Okay, now let's start with this one. What others think about you is none of your business. It is their business. Okay, this one, the gray one, it's none of your business what other people think about you. Okay. You try to think about yourself. It's none of my business. It's also possible. Yes, it's none of my business. Why shall I? Why shall I ask many questions? It is none of my business. Okay, and the GIF says, this doesn't concern you. This doesn't concern you, or this doesn't interest you. What about the last one? Well, actually, that's none of your business. Yeah, because it is impolite to make it softer, to make it soft, politer. We say, well, actually, okay, these are excellent initiating words, expressions. Okay. Well, actually, that is none of your business. Okay. Please mind your own business. Okay. Now let's read our example question and sentences. Why are you interested in collecting seeds? Yeah, the young man on the right, or the young person on the right, is collecting seeds. So one approaches him or her and asks this question. Why are you interested in collecting seeds? It doesn't concern you, possible. It doesn't interest you, also possible. Or the most famous one is, it is none of your business. That is none of my business. Yeah, also possible. Of course, this is an alternative, but it's none of your business. Has the synonym, the same meaning with the first one and the second one. Of course, I wrote that sentence. Again, it is possible to show that it is possible to say, that's none of my business, that's none of their business, that's none of Ahmet's business, etc., etc. Let me take to the bottom. Okay, in parentheses, it's also possible to say like this. Okay, that's none of my is per business, also possible. Yes. Okay. Let's go on to move on to the next page. This page. Okay. A. When they will return. When they will return. Do you see the difference between the question word when and connector when? The difference between them? Yes. When they will return. It is not in this one. When will they return? Question mark. Okay. When they will return is not necessary. 9, how you do something is really important. How you learn something, how you do something is really important. 10, where you will stay is our business, okay? We can deal with it for you. 11, how many people may arrive late is our problem. It is not your problem. We can again deal with it. Okay, we can fix it. How many people may arrive late is our business, is our problem. 12, why they have breakfast on a fishing boat is interesting. Roman number 1, the image, the unknown driver. Where did Tahsin go? Now, where here is, it is clearly seen that question word, okay? Where did Tahsin go? Ertan. It is unknown. What is unknown? Where Tahsin went, okay? Where Tahsin went is unknown. Ercan. When will he return? It is a secret. What is a secret? Now, when he will return. When he will return is a secret. How long has he been working on this project? It is very important. What is very important? How long he has been working on this project is very important. Okay. Where Tahsin went? Yeah. Where Tahsin went is unknown. When he will return is a secret. How long he has been working on this project is important. Yes, I will also share it as an image on our English Acquiring channel. English, as you know, it is about, our purpose is to be able to learn, to be able to acquire English from the very beginning to the very end of English. Okay, now let's focus on this page, and it will be also an image. Okay, it will shape it. So what is the first it? What is the second it here? It is subject, okay? The first it will shape it, and the second it is object. So what does it tell us? What does it inspire us? It inspires us that we can use noun clauses as a subject of a sentence and as an object of a sentence. How? Like this. For example, or in passive, for example, it will be shaped by it. It will be shaped by it. It will shape it active sentence. It will be shaped by it passive sentence. Let's see those noun clauses which are used as subject of a sentence and object of a sentence, both in active voice and passive voice. For example, what we learn new will shape our future life. Okay, so you can make all kind of sentences, to be sentences, modal sentences. Okay, action verb, tense sentences. For example, what we learn new is important. What we learn new must shape our future life. Okay. What we learn new will certainly shape our future life. What we learn new will shape our future life. Active sentence. Now, what about the one in the parentheses, in brackets? Our future life will be shaped. Yeah. Our future life will be shaped by what we learn or what we have learned. Okay, so what we learn plays an important role in shaping our future life. Okay. So knowledge is important. Knowledge is the base of development, or development is based on knowledge. Of course, we can say it like this: knowledge will shape our future life. Okay, just using by a noun. Or education will shape our future life. I really advise you to produce sentences. Information will shape our future life. Learning, experience, yeah, learning, as you know, gerunds are also nouns. Learning will shape our life. Okay. Our life, or our future life, will be shaped by learning, by experience, by information, by education, by solutions, not by problems, but by solutions, by analysis, yes, by knowledge. Okay. I hope it will be very useful. It will be very useful to you. It will be very helpful for you. Okay. Be as an object of a sentence. Yeah, now let's focus on using noun clauses as an object of a sentence. Okay. After action verbs in present or future tense, not in past tenses, but in present or future tenses. For example, I wonder who you will meet. I wonder it. Okay, I wonder it. I wonder the person. Yeah, I wonder the person. Person is the object. So I wonder who you will meet is the noun clause, is the object of the sentence. I wonder him. I wonder them. I wonder Ahmet. Yes. Ahmet is object. So I wonder who you will meet is the object of the sentence as a noun clause. I wonder who will meet you. I wonder whose idea this is, not is this, okay? I wonder whose idea this is. Okay. Again, ask, want to know, discover, learn, etc., etc. The first example sentence: I don't know what the time is. I don't know what the time is. I don't know what the time was. Okay. I don't know now. I don't know what the time is now. I don't know now. I don't know now what the time was when you entered the library yesterday. Now, 3, I don't know where he goes every weekend. I don't know where he goes every weekend. I don't know it. I don't know that place. Okay. We will also compare them. For example, the difference between adjective clause and noun clause. For example, let me just say this point. I don't know the place. I I don't know the place which he goes to is adjective clause with which, but I don't know where he goes is noun clause. I don't know the city where he goes, so I don't know the city which he goes to, adjective clause. But here I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he goes every weekend. I don't know where he goes, although it is shows a place. It's points at a place, but there is not a certainty here. But I don't know the city which he goes to every weekend is more clearer. Yeah, more clear. Sorry, or much clearer, much more clear. Okay. I don't know where he went last weekend. I don't know today where he went last weekend. I don't know that place. I don't know the city. Full stop. Instead of saying, I don't know the city, I don't know the country, instead of saying, we use a noun clause like this, I don't know where he went last weekend. Yeah. Or I just can't explain. Yeah. I just, or I don't know. I can't explain where he went last weekend. I can't explain where he goes every weekend. Okay. Ercan, which horse is Kenan going to ride? Which horse is Kenan going to ride? I can't explain it. Yes, it. Object. I can't explain it. I can't explain which horse Kenan is going to ride. Yes, I can't explain which horse Kenan is going to ride. Ercan, which team won the game? I don't know it. What is it here now? This one. Which team won the game? Not which, okay. I don't know which team won the game. I don't know it. After action verbs in past tenses, okay, if we start with I didn't know yesterday, of course, we immediately concentrate on the past. I didn't know, simple past tense. I didn't know where he went last weekend. I didn't know where he had gone last weekend. Same message. I didn't know where he had been last weekend. I didn't know what the time was. I didn't know what the time had been. Was, I think, is enough. Is there a need to say it's grammatically true, but I think in practical, I didn't know what the time was enough. Yeah, I didn't know what the time had been. Of course, the time also needs periods, duration. Yes, true. Okay, we can sometimes, maybe we can experience that kind of situation as well. It's 100% grammatically true. Okay. Now, Ercan, what did Tahsin buy? Ertan, I knew it. Ha. The image say, ha, I knew it. Okay. Second one, oh my God, I forgot about that part. Yes. Okay. Let's go on. Six, I knew what Tahsin bought. Ercan, how did you solve that problem? I forgot it. So I forgot how I solved that problem. Let's turn back to the first one. I knew what Tahsin bought. Okay, what did Tahsin buy? I knew it. I knew it means I knew what Tahsin bought. Not what did Tahsin buy, not a question word. It is very clear, isn't it? I knew it, object. I knew what Tahsin bought. Okay. But yes, there is uncertainty. Okay. For example, if we say, What did Tahsin buy? Tahsin bought a computer. Okay. Instead of a computer, we say, I knew what Tahsin bought. Okay. How did you solve that problem? I forgot. It means I forgot how I solved that problem or how I had solved that problem. Yes. Okay, Ercan. Which team won the game? Which team won the game 2 months ago? I didn't know it 2 months ago. 9. I didn't know which team won the game 2 months ago. I don't know, but 2 months ago, I didn't know either. I didn't know which team had won the game. Yeah. Now, again, I hope these are really essential. It includes it, or it explains it. It shapes it. Yeah, okay. It has it. It explains it. It indicates it. Yeah, it explains it. It has it, okay? It indicates it. It shows it. What you have learned includes what they will learn. What you have learned so far up to now includes what they will learn. So they haven't learned yet what you have learned, but in the future, they will learn what you have learned. Okay, excellent. Includes what you have learned, includes what they will learn in the future. What you have learned so far includes what they will learn in the future. Okay. Just say what you think. Just say it. Yes, just say what you think. Don't talk about different topics. Just say what you think. Just say the thing or idea which you think. Adjective clause, okay? Just say what you think is noun clause. Just say the thing which you think is adjective clause because of which. The thing, just say the thing is object here. But in the first sentence, just say what you think is the object itself, what you think. Just say the thing which you think. Just say the main idea, okay? Just say the main idea which you think, yeah, which you have learned. Yes, just say the thing. The thing is object. So the rest is adjective clause. Just talk about what you know. Yeah, just talk about what you know. Noun clause. Just talk about what you know, what you learn, what you have learned. Just mention what it is. Just mention what it is. Noun clause. Just mention what he told you. Just mention what he told you. But if we say, just mention the problem, okay? The problem is object, noun, so the problem he told you, which he told you, that he told you. Those three are all adjective clauses, okay? Just mention what he told you, noun clause. Mention, as you know, talk about, and we use it without a preposition. Just mention it. Just mention what he told you. Okay, this is really interesting. Just say the thing. Please come to the point. Okay. Don't talk about trivial things. Just say the thing. Main topic. Just say the main topic. Okay. But if you look it up in the dictionary, what means the thing that? Okay. Of course, you can put a lot of nouns in place of think. For example, the idea that, the problem that, the topic that, the opinion that, the purpose that, okay, the project that, okay. Okay. What means the thing that you can use them interchangeably. Okay. Let's see them in sentences. A, as a subject of a sentence. For example, what he told us. This is so simple for you. What he told us made no sense at all. Was meaningless. What he told us was meaningless. Senseless. So what he told us made no sense at all. Two, now instead of what? The thing that, okay? The thing which, the thing that. That clause, adjective clause, which clause, adjective clause. The thing that he told us made no sense at all. It made no sense. Okay. Three, what makes me happy is the subject. What makes me happy is that he never loses contact with his relatives. Yes, what makes me happy is that he never loses contact with his relatives. What makes me happy is object. So it is it. Okay, this is this. That is that. What makes me happy is that he never loses contact with his relatives. That second part is object. Okay. Four, the thing that makes me happy is that he never loses contact with his relatives. Five, what excites me, active. If you look at this, what excites me is that she doesn't stop waking up early. She doesn't stop waking up early. She always goes on waking up early. So this excites me. I am pleased with my son. Okay. Six, the thing that excites me, adjective clause. So adjective clause is a subject. The thing that excites me, okay, is that she doesn't stop waking up early. Okay. What I want to learn is whether he is successful or not. Okay. What I want to learn is if he is successful. Okay. Eight, the thing which I want to learn is whether he is successful. What I wonder is how often or why or when Salih goes shopping. What I wonder is how often Salih goes shopping, when Salih goes shopping, why Salih goes shopping in place of his spouse. 10, the thing that I wonder is how often Salih goes shopping. What I worry about is if he is suitable for this job. The thing that I worry about is if he is suitable for this job. Okay. B, as object of a sentence. For example, why don't you show me? Why don't you show me the thing? Yeah, the thing that she gave you. Adjective clause. Why don't you show me what she gave you? Two, why don't you show me the thing that she gave you? Okay. Three, can you repeat what you have learned? Yeah. Can you repeat the thing you have learned? I am sure you can remember what Selim promised us to do. I am sure you can remember now what Selim promised us to do yesterday. I am sure you can remember the thing that Selim promised us to do. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, very excellent and practical saying. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Do you understand what I am trying to explain? Do you see what I mean? Do you see the thing, the topic? Do you see the topic? Do you understand the topic that I mean, that I am trying to explain? They didn't explain what they had found by the lake. They didn't explain what they had found by the lake. It remained as a secret. It was a secret, and it has been still a secret. Okay, 10, they didn't explain the thing that they had found by the lake. 11, you can guess, you can estimate, you can guess what I have bought. You can guess the thing that or which I have bought. You can guess who I have seen. You can't guess, sorry. Yes, both are possible. You can guess or you can't guess according to situation. You can't guess who I have seen. You can't guess the person that or who I have seen. Okay. You can't guess where I have been. You can't guess the place, the city, the country that I have been to or which I have been to. 14, you can't guess when I started earning money. You can't guess the year that which I started earning money in. You can't guess why I have bought a compass. You can't guess the reason that which I have bought a compass for. You can't guess what I have bought, what I have bought a compass for. What for? Why? You can guess for which reason I have bought a compass is also possible. For which reason? All that or just all, everything that or just everything, the only thing that or the only things also possible that. Yes. One, all that which he explained was useless, or all he explained was useless. Yes, we have also studied that in the previous videos. What he explained was useless, or all he explained was useless. It's mostly 90%. It is used like this, but the origin of it is like this. All that he explained was useless, or all which he explained was useless, but in short, all he explained was useless. You can produce millions of sentences. Okay. All he said, all he did, all he explained. Yes. Okay. Everything that or which she spoke unfavorably of her own father turned against herself, or just everything she spoke unfavorably of her own father turned against herself. Yes, this is practically, as I said, all I remember. All I remember, all I know, yes, all I remember is taking the photos of butterflies. What's all you remember? All I remember is making videos about education. Two, all Turgut was asking for requesting was a mount to do his project. All Turgut was begging, asking for is enough, I think is better. All Turgut was asking for was one mount to do his project. What was all Yasin asking for? All Yasin asking for was a computer. 3, Farooq budgets as a verb. Farooq budgets all he earns. Okay. Farooq sorts out all he earns. Farooq doesn't spend. Farooq spends all he earns. What is all he wants to do to be a successful businessman? All he wants to do, all he wants to do is to run a restaurant, to be a successful business person. For all my friend has done up to now made me feel happy. What made you feel happy? All my child has learned up to now made me feel happy. The only thing I can do is stop and wait, because the first sentence is with modal can. The only thing I can do is stop and wait. Okay. For example, if we make it complete, the only thing I can do is that I can stop and I can wait. Okay. What is the only thing you can do? The only thing I can do is wait and see. Okay. I remember everything I learned from my grandfather. I remember now everything I learned from my father 40 years ago. What do you remember? I remember everything I learned from my grandmother. Okay. Of course, if you think about it for a long time, you can produce thousands of sentences. Remember everything. I remember everything I learned. I did. I bought. Okay. Okay, quiz time. Let's have it. 1. It is believed that Mimar Sinan is a real historical character. Yes, it is believed that. Active people believe that. Everybody believes that. Or with a passive phrase, it is believed that. It is believed that Mimar Sinan is a real historical character, or not phrase. It is believed that. Okay. Noun clause, yes. We believe that. Main clause. As you know, clauses and phrases don't have a message in them, but the sentences, the main clause has a message in them, and of course, the main clause with the other subordinate clause have a complete message in them together. Okay, so it is believed that Mimar Sinan has a real historical character. Okay. 2, it is clear that, it is adjective that. It is clear that everyone has to criticize themselves instead of criticizing the others. It's very clear. 3, it takes about 10 minutes to go across the bridge on foot. Yeah. 4, that handsome actor is married to an ugly girl. Married to. Okay. I expect you to be ready by 8 o'clock this evening. Yes. Expect somebody to do something. Yes. So passive. So adjective. I expect you to be ready. To be ready. Okay. For example, I expect you to come early. To be ready, I expect you to have lunch with us together. We do have again. Now let's enrich our vocabulary. Let's build our vocabulary. Okay, accept verb take when offered. Okay, when you are offered something. When offered, a shortcut. Okay, when offered means when it is offered, when you are offered. Okay. Adopt means take as one's own what is another's. To copy, select and take, adopt. Confirm, assure the accuracy of previous statements, make certain or secure. Reject means, as you know, refuse to accept, deny, cast off or cast aside. Cast aside. Accepted, acceptable, admissible, conformable, variable are the opposite of refusable, rejectable, deniable. And if you say accepted, it means that you confirm it. Okay. Khalid accepts the idea that. Khalid accepts the idea that people are born intelligent. Who adopts? Who again? Who is into? Who likes? Who adopts? Yeah, who adopts the idea that our intelligence is the product of our environments? Which idea do you confirm? Which idea do you reject? Of course, I confirm the first idea, which is that people are born intelligent. They are born intelligent, and that intelligence develops, improves, matures, of course, according to the environment. Okay, with the influence of environment. Okay. Treat. Treat means deal with or behave towards in a specific way. Yeah, treat. Turgay was treated differently than Alper. Were you treated differently than Turgay or than Alper at the advertising? Submit. Yeah, unfortunately, I was treated differently than Alper. They treated Alper specifically, but they treated me in generally. Touching as an adjective is really tricky. Touching means emotional, moving, sad, emotive, heartbreaking, impressive, mind-blowing. Okay. Turgut has seen a touching billboard ad for a phone company. Who has watched a funny TV commercial for a language school? Yes, we just need a subject. What was the annoying radio? Sorry. What was the annoying radio ad for? What was the annoying radio ad for? The annoying radio ad was for a product of that company. Okay. What was the TV commercial for? Sports drink light. What was the TV commercial for sports drink light? The TV commercial for sports drink was not necessary, was not good, was excellent, was useless, meaningless, was meaningful. Yes. Okay. Pick up means buy. Simon picked up a shoulder bag as a souvenir of Istanbul tour. What did John pick up as a souvenir of Bolu tour? John picked up what Turkish delight as a souvenir of Bolu tour. Neck as a noun, a skill or an ability to do something easily and well. Skill, ability, talent, flair. Emre has the knack of. We will just say the ability of, okay? Instead of saying the ability of, the skill of, we say the knack of. Yeah, the knack of. Emre has the knack of relieving tension between two people. Who has a neck? Who has a neck for? Neck to, neck of, neck for. Yeah, we can use those three prepositions after it. Who has a neck for remembering historical events? Yeah, my friend Akif has a neck ability for remembering historical events. Who lost the neck of remembering his past? Unfortunately, Idris lost the neck of remembering his past. Inadvertently, without realizing what you are doing, not intentionally. So, inadvertently means unconsciously, involuntarily. The opposite is advertently, so consciously, intentionally, on purpose, purposely also possible. Mr. Miles wasn't invited to the meeting inadvertently. Did Miss O'Connor put vinegar in the saucepan advertently or inadvertently? Of course, she put vinegar in the saucepan inadvertently, unconsciously. Okay. Recital is a noun, performance of music or poetry, usually given by one performer, recital. Recite, yes, not by reading, but by reading, by saying something by heart, by memory, by heart, from memory. Okay. Recai went to a poetry recital last Wednesday. Who gave the recital? Tanju, the famous singer Tanju, gave the recital. Did the poet recital? Yeah. Did the performer recite? Did the performer recite? Speak by heart. Yes, read by heart, not from the paper. Did the performer recite his own poems or other poems? The performer recited other poets. His own poems, or another is better, and only one poet, another poet's poems. Another poet's poems. Yes. Okay. End up is really interesting as a phrasal verb. End up in, we can use it with in, end up in, end up with, end up as, end up being, end up doing, end up having something. Finally, yeah, means, the dictionary says that finally be in a particular place or situation unintentionally without planning. Yeah. If Turgut goes on behaving like this, he will probably end up as a president. He will probably end up in prison. Okay? He will probably end up in prison. He will probably end up as a prisoner. Or he will end up being a prisoner. As a president, being president, also, prisoner. I imagined it, I perceived it as prisoner. Okay. Because most dictionaries gave that example, prisoner. Okay, president or positive meaning. Let me read once again from the beginning. If Turgut goes on behaving like this, he will probably end up as a president. He will probably end up being a president. He will end up having a uh, status. Yeah, having a status. What will Ozan end up with if he goes on being courteous and competent? Of course, it is clear that Ozan will end up with a good having a good environment. If Korkut continues eating whatever he finds, he will certainly end up with a stomach upset, or end up with having a stomach upset. What will happen if Selim continues reading whatever he finds? If Selim continues reading whatever he finds, he will certainly end up with a mind upset. Okay. Of course, we should be choosy in reading as well. Okay, come to a decision, come to a conclusion, come to an agreement, etc. Means decide something, agree on something, etc. after considering or discussing a situation. Reach, come to a decision means reach a decision. Reach a conclusion. If you come to a decision by 9 o'clock, if you reach a decision by 9 o'clock, you will be hired. Yes, you will be employed. What will happen if you come to the conclusion after 9 o'clock? If you come to a conclusion after 9 o'clock, you will be given a reward. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope it was helpful. It was helpful to you, and it was useful for you. Okay. So see you next time. I wish you a good day and I wish you well-being. So see you in the next video.